Julien Laurent's joining me, and boy, do we have a tough one for you, Jules. Try to make some sense and possibly even find a solution to the hot mess going on over at Valencia. So they've sacked Marcelino, and now the players seem to be absolutely against it, which we knew exactly happened, that it was not really a footballing decision, as many would have said. It was more a personal thing. The players not having it, they went down and got thrashed somewhat by Barcelona, I guess we could say 5-2 on that one, and it is Barcelona at the end of the day. But now the players are on a self-imposed silence, not talking to the media about this, just to stand in solidarity with Marcelino. So where do they go from here? And I mean, you could probably shed light on some of the situation as to why the players really are upset with this sacking.
They're upset because they really had a very good relationship with Marcelino, who was an outstanding manager for Valencia. Let's put it out there, because winning the cup against Barcelona last season, finishing fourth, while having played in the Champions League and in the Europa League, then and really going really far in the Europa League as well, to the semi-final against Arsenal. It was a very, very good season for Marcelino, who is a very good coach, who really took over at that club when it was even a bigger mess than what it is right now. And the work that he's done and the job he's done was just incredible, and that's why the players loved him so much and didn't want him to be sacked. Even earlier in the summer, when there was rumours that Peter Lim, the Valencia owner, was going to sack him, and Matteo Alemany, the sporting director of Valencia, the players were saying to Marcelino, listen, if you get sacked, we're not going to train, we're not going to play again, because this is unacceptable, we don't want you to get sacked. Yet 4 weeks in the season and Marcelino gets sacked. A lot of the players, like Ezequiel Garay, for example, took on social media to say how angry they were and disapproving of the decision to sack Marcelino, which you would understand. But he's created such a chaos, such a mess. Albert Celades, the former Spanish international, has come in to be the manager. He's only managed Spain under 21 before, never at club level, has no experience of Champions League football, of La Liga football as a manager. He's just crazy. He's only there because Peter Lim wants his club to become a feeder club. So you buy young players, and Jorge Mendes will probably be very much involved in that, and then you give them a platform to shine, and then you sell them for much more than what you bought them for, which is not what Marcelino wanted. Marcelino wanted a competitive team that could win trophies, play in Europe, and improve his own players and his own team.
And it's true that we definitely saw Valencia get to, or at least flirt with that level, because they often were looked at as the best of the rest that was going on if you were taking out Real Madrid, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid now. And they had quite a promising start to the season before all of this, hit the fan and started festering. So now, where do we go from here? Do you see this affecting their season badly? And let's just start off with that match against Barcelona. We know it's Barcelona, especially without Messi and Suarez, but Barcelona also have had their issues too. So did you expect more from Valencia, or do you think that result had more to do with all of this that's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, I think it was always going to be hard for that team, for those players to get their thinking together and their momentum together again, to go to the Camp Nou, face Barca after everything that happened in the last 5 days, really. And you can understand why it was hard for them, although I didn't think they played that badly. I thought a lot of things that they played worked, and I thought Barcelona looked quite vulnerable defensively, that maybe Valencia could have even scored more goals. In the end, it was a defeat that you could put on the situation at the club. They have to remobilize themselves, because they play Chelsea in the Champions League this week as well, which is a tough game for them. And I think there's a point where the players have to say, okay, we can't bring Barcelona back now, so we have to get on with things. This club is paying us, although it's very self-destructive from Peter Lim and Valencia. They're paying us to do a job, so we have to go out there and get our momentum together again and play and perform well, because this is a talented squad, but you have to feel for the players as well.
Definitely a sticky situation going on at Valencia, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. As you said, they have to play Chelsea, and Chelsea flying so far with their youth team in the Premier League. So interesting times ahead.